Hi, I'm Brad. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Tuscany, Italy.
I'm calling from Monterey, Mexico.
I'm calling from Toronto.
And wherever you are, welcome to Blond Radio. Hi, I'm Brad. I live on the west coast of Canada. I adore a good sunset with good friends, and I love hearing people's stories. And welcome to Blond Radio, where every week I book a call with a stranger from around the world. Today we'll talk to Jade, a creator from Toronto who's harnessed video to discover new and interesting ways to share her vision. But first, this week at Blond Radio on Instagram, I gave you a prompt. What do you do to stay focused on your goals? Here's what you had to say.
Hey, I'm Sophie. I'm calling from just outside of Toronto, Canada. I stay focused on my goals by making a little dream board. And it sounds really lame, but I have it at the end of my bed. So every day when I wake up, I look at this dream board and I focus on my goals and I decide what I'm going to do in the day to stay focused and how I'm going to get to those goals in my day. And at the end of each month or week or whenever I think it's appropriate, I'll reevaluate them and see if I still want to reach those goals or if I want to change them.
Hi, I'm Conrad. I'm calling from Tuscany, Italy. And a way that I stay focused on how to reach my goals is changing my mindset. I changed my mindset a lot from not focusing at what I did in the past and accepting that everything that I've done in the past is already done, so there's no real value in wallowing in it, and not considering the future too harshly and just seeing where things are going while having a prepared mindset ready to receive success in case that happens, but still not having the expectation of success and being okay with failure.
Hello, I'm Alec. I'm calling from Monterey, Mexico. What I do in order to focus on my goals, I have this mindset, curious mindset, that they're like not work or not something you need to do, but more like missions. Like a video game, you know? You need to do missions in order to go through in your story. To achieve the next level of your character or your story, well, you need to go through all these obstacles, all these challenges, everything. It's up to you how you want to play this game, whether by yourself or with a friend, with a close one. And I guess also a big thing is that a motivation. I try to find self-motivating quotes or videos that I can hear while I'm going through a hard time, or in times of doubt, I listen to these videos of heroes going through their difficult times, and the way they overcome it, that kind of motivates me to do the same thing, but in my story. The greatest source of motivation that you will ever find, of course, it's gonna be yourself.
Hello, my name is Maple and I'm calling from Central Oregon. How I stay focused with my goals is setting a time limit on when I want it done. Sometimes the motivation isn't always there, but if you have an end result that you strive for, it feels good to achieve it and work harder for that.
Thanks to everyone for submitting their responses. Now, here's Jade. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. I'm Brad. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jade.
Jade, awesome. Thank you again for coming on and joining me today.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Sweet. How's your day today?
It's been good, kind of crazy. I've been taking down everything in my room to repaint it.
Oh shoot.
So I just started painting today because I kind of just got sick of the color.
What's the new color? What are we going with?
Just basic white.
Yeah.
But the main the accent color is green. So
nice. That sounds very fun.
Like green carpet. Yeah, it's really fun.
Awesome. Sweet. And then where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Toronto.
Which is so cool. Hello, fellow Canadian. Has Toronto been your home your entire life?
Yeah, I live in the suburbs, not in the city.
Oh, shoot.
I live in Markham, if you know where that is.
Okay, wait. Actually, I was in Toronto for the first time this year in February before everything exploded.
Oh, that's so cool.
But I was in a suburb, but I forgot the name of it. Wait, I'm looking. Oakville.
Oakville. Wait, that's actually kind of close to me.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I have my best friend and his wife live out that way, so I was visiting them. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Very, very lovely. It was nice to finally be in Toronto.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You're from Vancouver, right?
Vancouver Island. So
okay.
the privilege is showing here. I am so blessed. 20-minute drive in any direction is like a beach. It's insane.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm so jealous.
Yeah. Awesome. Sweet. Well, I think off the bat, Jade, give me sort of the elevator pitch on you, who you are, what you do, and what sort of got you to where you are today.
Well, my name's Jade. I'm 18. What got me here today is probably quarantine, because before I was in quarantine, I was making like monthly vlog sort of things just on YouTube just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then I actually saw one of Scorpio Sierra's videos and I was like, oh, that's like really cool.
Yeah.
So I was looking for a guitar to borrow just to learn to play to like pass the time. And like that was my first like TikTok. Oh yeah, I make TikToks.
Yeah.
I was trying to make videos every day, but that's just like not sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like to skateboard and snowboard. Yeah.
And are you currently in school or anything?
Oh, I'm in a gap year right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to university next year.
You have a program decided, or is that still sort of up in the air?
Yeah, I'm going into computing in the creative arts, which is like half coding and half film.
Oh, shoot. That's really cool. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's like it's a specific program to my school. I'm going to Queens.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Thanks.
Awesome. And that's so great that you bring up Scorpio Sierra, because she started before me. She's been on TikTok before me, but she was one of my first mutuals, and she's just been such an inspiration to not only me, but so many people I've been so blessed to talk to. She's killing it. And that guitar video, I think I know the one. It's the camera's above you and it's like spinning and you're on your bed. Is that correct?
No, my guitar video is not up anymore. It actually got taken down because the sound was copyrighted, so I couldn't even post it to TikTok. I just posted it to my Instagram story. But that was like one of the first videos that I posted to TikTok.
Oh, I see. What was the feeling when your first video started getting traction, or which video kind of was the one to start it all?
The first video that went viral was the one where I was on the phone. I was just like lip syncing to that song from Shrek. Yeah. It originally got like 600K, I think, and it was insane. Like I made that video when I was like in a slump of ideas, and that audio was like kind of trending on TikTok, and I had that idea and I was like, okay, I'll just make it. It was really quick to edit. It took like half an hour, probably the whole thing. I was low-key disappointed because I put so much effort into so many other different videos and they just didn't get any views. But it was insane to see like the amount of notifications I got, because I had notifications on at the time and I was just getting a bunch from TikTok, and I was like, well, what's going on? And then I just saw my follower count go from like 300 to 7,000 in like a couple hours.
Yeah, pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, it was insane. And then the next one was like a couple days later. It was the sophomore slump sound, but it also got taken off TikTok, so kind of awkward. That video ended up getting 3 million views, which is what brought my follower count up from 7,000. But I posted that one at like 1 a.m. and I was like, okay, whatever. Like nothing's really going to happen from this. And I woke up and it had 200K views. And then like an hour later, it hit 1 million. And it was insane to watch all those people.
Totally.
Like, it's so insane.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most surreal feelings, because I've been making videos since probably about the same time, when quarantine hit. But I also have no idea how the algorithm works, so it's
oh, me neither.
Yeah. So when something takes off, it's like really cool, but also like you never know why.
Yeah, I had no idea why.
Yeah.
Like the first one, I literally didn't think anything of it. The second one I kind of thought would do well just because it had like TikTok transitions in it. But I didn't expect it to do that well.
Well, I'm glad it did. Sweet.
Me too.
And I do have to ask, like, living in Toronto, any issues with creating content year round, especially like now, winter time? Or do you like prefer to stay indoors?
Oh my God, no, I wish I could go outside. Like, I do go outside. Like, I'm still skating a lot, but it's just like in a parking lot and it's like just really cold. And I mean, it's not like I haven't been doing this long enough to really have an issue with the weather. But I know that Haley or Hallie Tutt. I don't know how to say
Yeah,
her
yeah,
name.
yeah. Isn't she also in Toronto?
Yeah, she's in Toronto. I think she's in the city. She's one of my mutuals. We
Oh, she's
connected a
amazing.
while ago. She's so cool.
Mhm.
I look up to her so much. But I know that she's in Toronto and like her videos are crazy and she's outside all the time. So I don't see how the weather should really stop me from doing anything. It's just hard to come up with ideas that are compatible with the weather.
Oh, for sure. And like, it's so funny you bring that up because as I was reviewing your videos and stuff, I think your second last video, or maybe I can't remember, but it's like pretty heavy transitions. It reminded me a lot of her videos and stuff. And I saw like the snowbanks outside. I'm like, oh, the commitment. I know that wasn't enjoyable.
Oh, it really wasn't. I
Yeah.
filmed that at like 1 a.m.
Oh,
too.
no.
It was so cold, especially because I was only wearing like jeans and a like really thin shirt. I was only outside for maybe 20 minutes,
Yeah.
but I couldn't feel my fingers by the end of it.
No.
It was so cold.
20 minutes
And
too
this has
much.
been like a mild winter too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm again extremely privileged to live out here, but we had like a one snowfall here that lasted like, and the snow was here for like maybe 6 days, and that's been it.
That's it?
Yeah. It's rarely below zero, but on the flip side, what we do have instead is like 90% of the time through like December through February. It's just rain. It's just
Oh yeah, I
rain,
was
rain,
gonna
rain all the
say
time.
that must be a lot of rain.
Yeah, it's been unfortunate. Now, how long did it take to master the clone effect? There seems to be multiples of you in quite a few videos. Why do you enjoy that effect so much?
I don't know. That was so the first video that kind of got a little bit of views. I think it got 15K when I first posted it. It was the one of me in the backyard with like I was sitting by the pool.
Yeah.
I realized like that's the one that kind of got the ball rolling for the clone effect. I can't remember for the life of me what made me think of doing that, but it was actually pretty easy to master. It's not that hard to do. Once I learned how to do it, I was like, oh, this is like really easy.
Yeah.
Basically, you just have to know how to use the crop effect in Premiere
Mhm.
and like make a mask and just make sure you don't move your tripod while you're filming, and it's really easy to do.
I think my favorite use of you're in your room and there's like 5 of you. There's one looking out the window, there's one of you on the bed. The one of you looking out the window that like overlays with you on the bed. I'm like, how is she doing? Like, but clearly you've as you've said, you've mastered it.
I remember editing that. My laptop sounded like it was gonna fly away. There was so many layers of videos in that one. It was like 15 seconds, but I remember it taking so long to edit just because my laptop is so slow when I'm using those.
Oh no, insane. And do tell, like, what's the draw to the vintage, almost retro aesthetic? I see the rotary phones, the radios, even like I really enjoyed that MySpace throwback. What about times past speaks to you?
I've always been a pretty nostalgic person. Like even as a kid, I've always had like an interest in older technology.
Mhm.
I don't know where it came from, but I remember my entire life I've wanted a typewriter for
Yeah.
whatever reason. I couldn't tell you why, but I've always loved like record players. Older technology has always
Mhm.
really I don't know, it's always made my brain happy.
I like that.
But I think the main reason I like it is because I think in the past it used to be more of a craft to make things.
Mhm.
So like it wouldn't just be about the functional use, it would also be about like how it looks. When you look at cars, old cars were beautiful, but
Mhm.
newer cars are kind of just ugly to look at, but they're obviously more functional.
Yeah. Yeah. Even I could think like this is something my dad brings up a lot because he just loves the past. But things were made to last. Where here, like
Yeah.
everyone's upgrading their phone every 16 months or whatever. Like
Yeah,
this little
exactly.
brick
My
of
dad talks
plastic
about
in the
that a
middle.
lot too.
Yeah. Yeah. When you got a phone back then, like that was your phone. Period for a
Yeah.
long time. Sweet.
I
Now.
have a question for you.
Oh yeah.
Why is it called Blonde Radio?
Oh, listen. Okay, so I'm like just a basic shy white guy, heterosexual cisgender male. So, like Frank Ocean to me was just very inspirational.
Okay.
yeah.
I was like, blonde, that must have some correlation.
Yeah. Back when Brockhampton was promoting their last album, Ginger, they had a BBC kind of special called Ginger Radio. And I was like, oh, that's sick. And then I was like, I'll just take
Oh, that's so
Blonde Radio.
cool.
There is a thing called Blond radio, which was like a Frank Ocean type of music show, but he doesn't do any anymore. I've had a few people in my DMs be like, I want Frank to sue your ass. You're taking his aesthetic. And I'm like, I'd be so honored if he did. So if you could please put me in touch.
That's so funny.
So yeah, that's where that comes from.
I really like that. That's so cool.
It's crazy to think because I still can visualize it to this day where I was just like laying in bed so bored. I just lost my job because of COVID. And I was like, I guess I'll re-download TikTok, but I guess I'll make things this time. So I'm just making an account, I guess. And I was just like, Blonde Radio, that's kind of a cool name with no intention of being, where I am today, which is very cool. But that's just
I
TikTok.
remember like your TikToks were one of the first couple that I'd seen because I didn't even have it up until April.
Yeah.
But I remember every time your videos would pop up on my feed, I'd be like, oh, this is so cool. Just like your videos always make me smile. I really like what you do.
That's very heartwarming. Thank you. That means a lot. But to turn back to you, what's it like now in comparison, having so many eyes on you? Is it still surreal, or is it something that you've a little bit gotten used to?
I think I've gotten used to it a little bit. I went through a period like after the 3 million video, I was like, okay, now everything I have to post has to be really good.
Yeah.
Like before it was more like, oh, I'll just post this and see what happens. And obviously nothing came of any of those videos. But I think after that one, it was when I was really hard on myself because I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like, there's so many people watching me and waiting for my next video. This is so scary. I don't want to like mess up. But now I realize that the way the algorithm works, it obviously helps if you have followers, but it's not a guaranteed view. Like every follower you have, it's obviously not a guaranteed view. And I think I've gotten used to the fact that not every video I make is going to do super well.
Yeah.
Which was a really hard thing to get used to from like almost 2 viral videos in a row. To just get back to the fact that like not everything you do is going to be perfect.
Yeah.
And I think the main thing that really helped me was like, as long as I like the video that I'm posting, then it doesn't really matter. I just have to reason with my own expectations. Exactly.
It is so, because when you get those videos that take off, it feels like you've got the lightning in the bottle. You've got the thing. But with TikTok, you never really know why or how you got the thing. So trying to replicate that can be very frustrating.
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, just staying true to yourself. That's honestly the way to go. I have given up trying to figure out any algorithm, and I just try to make stuff that genuinely like I enjoy and makes me happy. Yeah.
And as long as you're doing that, I think you're making other people happy because they followed you for a reason.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Well, what do you enjoy most out of the creative process of making videos?
Well, I've always really liked like being a creative person. I think like my gateway into making videos was through photography. I took grade 11 photography and grade 10, and that like it just became a passion of mine. I've kind of grown away from photography now that I'm into videos, but I remember taking Comtech in grade 11 and making videos, and the editing process was what really made me excited to make things. And just it's kind of like problem solving when you don't really know how to use the program. And it was really cool to watch an idea turn into something visual and like a whole experience that it's just really cool to see your vision come to life in a video. And I think the editing process is the coolest part of that.
Totally. Do you find yourself like mapping out, shot for shot what you're going to do, or are you just like shooting a bunch of stuff and you find it in the editing process?
It depends on the video because a lot of my ideas come from music. And I just listened to your latest episode with Sydney.
Yes.
And she's so cool too.
She's great.
Honestly, I went through your following to see if like we have a lot of like I'm following a lot of the same people that you are.
Oh, nice.
So like in that realm of TikTok.
For sure.
But yeah, so I agree with her in the sense that like a lot of my ideas come from music. So I'll listen to a song, and if I see like a certain thing in my head, then I'll write that main idea down, and then I'll try to come up with more of a plot to it before I film. Sometimes Yeah, I don't usually write. I don't usually like draw out shot for shot. I've started doing that more recently because I realized when you don't plan things, it doesn't always go that well.
True.
But for the most part, my not planning things has worked out.
Nice. Yeah. I'd concur. Like audio is just this huge facet that I think we often overlook. And TikTok, out of all the social media platforms, has really just put so much value in it because of like the sound feature and because an audio can take off, and driver's license is now like the #1 song.
Oh my God, yeah.
So
that's all that me and my two friends have been talking about. One of them will literally text the group chat and be like, hey, guys, something new has happened in the story. Like, look what Sabrina Carpenter just posted.
That's so amazing. So yeah, I think
it's been
people
really
are
entertaining to follow.
yeah, for sure starting to value music and the flow of it and how
Yeah.
much it can add to a video much more now.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that happen.
For sure. What do you think is the most valuable thing you'll take away from your experience creating on TikTok, either in the future or moving away from the platform?
I think it's really cool that it's created such a community, and I think that I'll take that away with me. Like most of like the people that I've met through TikTok, it's so cool how it's connected people, and even like through this, probably been the thing that kept me the most sane.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool to like see other people that you follow grow and see yourself grow in terms of like creating your stuff. So that's probably what I'll take away from it. Just creators are everywhere.
I love that. Vancouver Island, it's not tiny, but it's not all huge. Like my high school and circles feels like everyone knows each other. So
yeah,
being very creatively minded in maybe a place where that's not super valued, and then
yeah, I struggled with that a lot too.
Yeah, and then you come to TikTok and you find there's so many hundreds and thousands of other people that want to make and create and talk to you about it. I'd agree. Probably one of the most.
It's so cool.
The best experience of this app.
Like even the fact that I'm talking to you through TikTok, that's so cool.
Yes, it's quite surreal. And thank you again for joining. Jade, in closing today, I have a final question for you. Your work is so familiar, but also new. You spoke to some of your inspirations, and we're kind of in the same field of TikTok. But what advice would you give to someone who's trying to create something new and original? Or is that even achievable now?
I definitely think it's achievable, but I don't think anything is 100% original, because even like I can see the creators that I watch in my work because they inspire me so much. So I think it's obviously artwork is inspired by other artwork, and it's just going to go in a circle.
Yeah.
Obviously there's going to be new stuff, but I don't think anything's going to be 100% original. But the advice I'd have is probably just make sure that you're making things that you like. As long as you like it, it doesn't really matter what other people think. I know that my best friend says that to me all the time. I'm really bad at practicing what I preach, but that's what I would say.
Yeah, it's so tricky to chase the thing that you think like would or potentially get views versus the thing that actually makes you happy. Having that balance, still trying to master it, but I like that advice a lot.
Thanks.
Of course. Sweet, that's about it. Jade, any exciting plans the rest of your day?
I'm probably just gonna paint my room again.
Right, yes,
like
the big
skating.
yes. Please tell me you
got new skate shoes in the mail.
Oh,
so
nice.
I'm really excited to break them in.
Oh my goodness. How
My
cold is it
bands
there
are
now?
Falling apart. I think it's -5.
That is so not swag. It's a nice crisp 7 degrees here. So
oh, that's so nice. I'm so
yeah, I hate
jealous.
to say it, yeah. We truly live in Canada, hey.
Yeah, we do.
Amazing. Sweet. Well, Jade, thank you again. Thank you for sharing your time and your words with me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. I'll talk to you later. I can't wait to I'll be in touch.
Okay.
Special thanks to Jade and everyone who submitted a response for making this episode possible. Intro music provided by Wayfie, that's Wayfie, and accompanying tracks by Lowboil, that's Loboil, who can both be found on all major streaming platforms. I'll see you soon, and thanks for tuning in to Blond Radio.